Despite claiming for 3 years that his hands were tied when it came to border security, a looming election likely helped change President Biden's mind, as he is now closing the border to illegal crossers starting at midnight.
Yeah, the president announced his executive order today, and it's already drawn criticism from both the left and the right. Fox Sports' Stephen Dial in studio with more. Stephen.
The ACLU has already announced that they will sue the Biden administration. Republicans call it a Hail Mary election stunt.
I've come here today to do what the Republicans in Congress refuse to do. Take the necessary steps to secure our border.
Tuesday, President Biden took executive action, ordering migrants to be returned to their home countries if they seek asylum by crossing into the U.S. illegally. The order comes months after a bipartisan border deal fell in Congress. Now, with less than 155 days until the November election, the restrictions are being met with opposition from the left and right. The ACLU saying the action takes the same approach as the Trump administration's asylum ban, and they said we will be challenging this order in court.
It will go into effect immediately, so it goes into effect tonight, and it will be in effect until we are at a level where we have seen 1,500 encounters or less for 7 consecutive days.
I talked to Blas Nunez Neto, the Assistant Secretary for Border and Immigration Policy. He said the order goes into effect immediately because the threshold is an average of 2,500 or more illegal crossings each day for 7 days, and right now the numbers are above that. LULAC, the largest Latino civil rights organization, also criticized the order, saying it does not support using Trump-era policies such as Remain in Mexico.
Is this just not a mirror of the Remain in Mexico policy? What makes this different?
The government of Mexico has made quite clear that they will not accept the return of individuals in that way. So this is really an exercise of our own authorities, and individuals who are processed at the border will be processed much more quickly than they were before. And if they are ordered removed, they will be removed more quickly, either to Mexico or to their home country.
Illegal crossings have dropped in recent months, but they are still at a high level. Texas specifically has seen a decrease as some migrants are attempting to enter other border states. The new order has exceptions for people who are in immediate danger or have medical emergencies, along with unaccompanied minors. But Nunez Neto says children who come across with adults will not be exempt.
Any families who are, again, ordered removed as a result of these measures will be removed to their home country, as quickly as we can arrange it.
President Biden told his critics to be patient and once again put the blame on Congress.
To truly secure the border, we have to change our laws.
2 Texas border mayors in North Texas, Congressman Mark Vesey joined Biden during that announcement. Heather.
All right, Stephen Dial in studio. Thank you.